It's tastePINK, and I wanted to revamp one of my older wigs in collaboration with my first wig. So this unit is well over a year old. I'm giving you guys an update. Again, this unit is gorgeous. It's perfect for spring and summer. It's short, sweet, to the point, super classy, very elegant, super feminine. I'm just feeling the vibes, and I'm testing out the new bed head since all the boys and girls are fawning over it. I'm gonna give you my take, so definitely make sure you keep on watching. Now again, this unit is definitely old, sis. The lace has been removed. At one point I did kind of like pre-pluck it, but back then I wasn't really on my game. So I'm taking one of my favorite maximum holding mousse products, and I'm just going to use that to kind of like prime the hair before I go in and tweeze it a little bit. Now I didn't want to do too much. Again, you know what I'm saying? I was on that beginner starter pack, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't really tweeze accordingly, didn't really get into the parting space. So I'm just like refreshing all of these areas. And as far as, you know, curling this unit, again, it does require like minimal work. However, because it's short and tapered at the back, it is a little bit cumbersome. I'm not even gonna hold you, but it's definitely something. Get you like 20 clips, or you know, some duck clips, some smaller double prong clips, just to keep everything in place, and you are good to go. Actually, one of my flat irons broke while I was filming. I'm like, how does that even happen? So I do recommend using a smaller flat iron towards the back, and then a larger, more wider flat iron as you move towards the front. I'm doing one pass. This is not a kinky or a yaki texture. It's silky, and I love this gorgeous ombre color with this burgundy. Like, it's everything. Can we talk about it? Now I'm going to go in with my favorite heat protectant. I forgot to apply this, but this adds also like a little bit of a sheen and a luster, so you know. But can we get into this wig? Okay, the hang time, the angles, the bang. I love the heavy bang. You guys know that when I do a bang, it has to be super heavy. Okay, very heavy on the sleigh. And I did just a little bit of trimming on the left side of the unit, something that you do not have to do. Again, I'm just creating a little bit of like dimension, a little bit of layers, you know, tailoring it to my style for right now. I really enjoy working on my canvas blockhead because I get the brunt of the work out of the way, and it's a lot neater, and I can see everything I'm doing. I'll have it linked in the description box if you would like to purchase. I highly recommend. Now this unit had no elastic band. Okay, this is to let you guys know this is one of like my beginner wigs in collaboration with my first wig. When you put it on, okay, this cap size is a little bit small. If my head grew or if my braids are crazy, that's what I'm kind of dealing with. So the unit still fit, but I found that like my hairline was kind of peeking out towards the front, so I just had to be very careful about how I positioned it. And then I'm going in with that bedhead spray. Now I actually prefer this nozzle. If you are strategic and you don't apply too much pressure to the nozzle, it comes out to the point where it's like manageable. I don't feel like it was crazy. Again, I wanted to go in with my blow dryer on the cool setting to ensure that it is tacky, it's dried down, and I wanted to apply like 2 layers. Again, I did create that kind of line of like demarcation so I know where to spray, so I'm not like putting too much product on, and I don't want it to get too crazy and too messy. But what I'm finding is that, honey, the hold is already there. I went in with the blow dryer again just to make sure that she's snug and she's together, and then I just proceeded with doing, you know, the left and the right sides. And I'm going to drag myself just like a little bit. So I did not leave a lot of lace on this unit when I was trimming it. Again, very beginner friendly starter pack tease, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm just letting you guys know how much I've learned since, you know, this wig was like debuted to the world. And like, honey, when you are trimming your lace, leave a little bit more of the lace just before the hairline, because it's so much easier to lay. I just found like it would be easier to lay around my hairline, especially since it was kind of peeking out a little bit. And I wanted to make sure that I tested things out. So I wanted to test the grip, see how we're doing, and sis, she's snug. Now don't forget to take your rubbing alcohol and just go in and clean up the concealer that I laid down prior, and also any excess of the bedhead spray. Now I'm doing baby hairs. Now one thing I will say, I created baby hairs previously when I first styled this. However, how I slay them is just very different. So I had to be very strategic. I didn't want to do too much. I did tweeze a portion of the hairline down so it looks a lot more natural. Again, they were doing pre-plucked wigs back then, but you know what? They have improved. So this is just to let you guys know, my first wig is always, okay, staying up on trend, staying ahead of the trend in some cases, and just giving you guys like bomb wigs, very beginner friendly and a lot more affordable. And again, I'm just going in with a little bit of that mousse, you know, the swoop. I do like adult swoops, not baby hairs. I'm not trying to overwhelm myself or get seasick or create a little bit of nausea for y'all watching, because that's not the vibe. If it's a tastePINK tutorial, you know we're going to be using an elastic band just to slick things down. And I wore this as I did my makeup. And okay, sis, I'm back and I'm ready to take this elastic band off. And boom, okay, giving life. And so I really wanted to like slick the left side down, you know, and make it as flat as possible. You need this hot comb to do this. Again, I'll have this linked in the description box if you guys are interested, because it is bomb. I hope this doesn't break on me anytime soon. You know, everything, it's just been real crazy for me. My electronics, my heat tools, they're trying to play me. So I'm just smoothing out the front of the hairline. I want to kind of get like those bends and kinks out, because you know when you use the double prong clips, they kind of like create some bends in the hair. So I'm just working that out. And I love it. I feel like this is cute. You could wear it like this, but you guys know I do love a little bump on the ends, you know. Shout out to the moms back in the day, used to give you a little bump. You know what I'm saying? Have you out here looking a little crazy, but we're not gonna look crazy, we're gonna look cute. And you guys can see like the motion that I'm doing with the wrist. It's really, as you get towards the end of the length of the hair, you want to kind of like turn your wrist backwards ever so slightly. You don't want to be too intense. You don't want to create too tight of a curl. So keep that wrist, you know, on a slight turn away from your face. Now, as far as a holding spray, this also is really, really good. Don't get too carried away. This definitely held the curls. If you guys watched my live stream recently, I hope you caught it. I wore this and the curls lasted beautifully. I got a lot of comments in the live, but you know, I want to do that flip over method. So I'm using the back edge of that hot comb just to make sure that we have a very pronounced flip over look. Now I'm feeling it. And one of the last few things that we have to do is use the flyaway tamer. You can definitely get this with your order, and this is bomb. This is how you slick down those little flyaways that may, you know, kind of create a little bit of that static look. So you just want to keep everything in order, especially around the parting space near that dark rooted area. Now I'm already feeling this look, but at this point I had realized I did not put on any lipstick. I was like, what? Next, I'm going in with my Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation in Cocoa, and I'm going to apply this using a very flat shader brush to get right in that part. Again, I love the color of this foundation. It works really well. I didn't even use any pressed powder. I just blended it with my finger to make sure we have a nice little match. And sis, how realistic does this look? I did my thing, okay? Over a year later, and this wig still slays. Granted, I don't wear it every day, but you know. But you guys, if you're interested in this look, do not sleep. Go to myfirstwig.com. This is Sal LFW032. You can use the code LOVEMOM for money off. Yes, okay, to all my moms out there, to all my ladies, single ladies, my ladies in a relationship, just trying to look cute for you, razzle dazzle it up. This is the perfect wig, perfect color. You can get it in a natural black if you wish. But if you guys love this look, definitely give it a thumbs up, share with your homeboys and your homegirls, subscribe, join the family, and I definitely hope I see you in the next one. And don't forget, kiki with me in the comments, sis.